News Tonight. National Emergency Management Agency warns riverine communities against looming disaster as flood wreak havoc in Kwara North communities. Mixed reactions trail court directive on ASU strike. Correspondent takes a look at how to harness minerals potentials in Kwara State. Plus, update from the world of entertainment and sports. Good evening and thanks for joining us on the Nigerian Television Authority NTA ILORIN News Tonight. I am Abdulwahid Bibire. Director General National Emergency Management Agency NEMA Mustafa Habib Ahmed has advised governors of 14 states to immediately evacuate communities in flood lines areas to avert the major disaster that is looming. The DG NEMA stated this at the emergency technical meeting on flood situation in view of the release of excess water from the Lagdo Dam in Cameroon, as well as the spilling of excess water from Kanji, Jeba, and Shiroro dams which have overflowed their banks. Ilyasu Yakubu reports.
29 out of the 32 states of the country predicted to experience high probable risks of flooding by NISA have been heavily flooded, with more than 500,000 persons already affected, 300 lives lost, and more than 500 persons seriously injured, as well as 100,000 displaced. Other states like Adamawa, Taraba, Benue, Niger, Nasarawa, Kebbi, and Kogi, Edo, Delta, Anambra, Cross River, Rivers, and Bayelsa states also stand a risk of heavy floods due to the release and overflow of waters from Lagdo, Kainji, Jeba, and Shiroro dams. This emergency technical meeting, the NEMA board says, is to harmonize all efforts to consider the activation of emergency operation centers to coordinate the flood disaster response in all the states at high risk.
The situation requires urgent attention of all stakeholders to match this early warning with early action. Consequently, I want to advise all the governments of the frontline states to move away communities at risk of inundation.
Already, the agency has deployed search and rescue equipment to the affected states as well as other relevant gadgets to assist the operations. In Abuja, Ilyasu Yakubu, NTA News.
And coming back home, most parts of Kateji, Saragi and Shonga in Kwara North have been submerged by thousands homeless. The flood also washed away animals and public infrastructures. The heavy flood, which also flushed away livestock and other valuables, is occasioned by excess water from Kanji, Jeba, and Shiroro dams, which have overflowed their banks. Details of the communities affected by the flood will be brought to you in our subsequent bulletin. Meanwhile, reactions are trailing the Industrial Court's judgment directing Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, to call off its 7-month-old strike, while a cross-section of Ilorin residents urged the striking lecturers to obey the court's order in the interest of the students. Some others are of the view that the matter shouldn't have gotten to the court for resolution in the first place. Ahmad Fulani takes it off from here.
Since ASU strike began on February 14th this year, various negotiations have taken place between the union and government representatives, but to no avail. This forced the federal government to drag ASU to the industrial court. Joshua Jaudola says ASU does not have any right to disobey the court directive unless it will be charged with contempt of court.
Whether a court judgment is right or wrong, a court judgment must be obeyed. Except we are telling the world that we are not law-abiding citizens. There is no crime in going on appeal if you feel the judgment is not favorable or not right, but that you will not obey a court order is
a 300-level student of University of Ilorin who is already frustrated, saying her mates in state and private universities in their final years wants a state of emergency to be declared in the education sector for progress to be made.
We've not been doing anything, to be sincere. And so we beg the government to allow, to help us to pay the ASU people so that we can resume school.
They will be rational. If there are problems, let the government lay its card on the table and let everybody share and see what is the possibility.
Because some of them, they are not in the school. Some of them have joined bad gang because of this ASU strike.
Although ASU on its Twitter handle is claiming it is going to appeal the order, everyone is eagerly awaiting ASU's reactions. It is the expectations of Nigerians, especially the likes of Augustina, that both ASU and government will sheath their swords soon so that students can return to class. Ahmed Fulani, NTA News.
The federal government's proposal to ban consumption of cow skin, locally known as kwama, in the country towards reviving tanneries is generating mixed feelings among the public. Again, Ahmad Fulani report that a cross-section of residents in Ilorin do not believe that placing a ban on the consumption of kwama will solve the problem of the leather industry in Nigeria.
Kwama is an age-long food made from cow skin and used as a substitute for meat or fish. However, the use of cow skin to produce kwama, according to the DG National Institute of Leather and Science Technology, Mohammed Yakubu, is reducing the production of the leather industry. Hence, the need to ban it towards reviving the industry and improve the nation's economy. Taufik Alao, who lives in Ghana, loves to eat kwama anytime he visits Nigeria. The proposed ban will not only deny many Nigerians the opportunity to eat their favorite, but also affect the sales of most food vendors and others who are into kwama business.
I like that special kwama, the one that the dried one. You know, that one looks so special on soup. So how can you buy something like that?
Meat are really expensive. You see meat of 400, but you can get kwama at the restaurant for 100 naira, 200.
Though a welcome idea by the federal government, their proposal would only be acceptable as a masses-oriented policy if the ban yields positive outcome by creating more job opportunities through the leather industry.
We have a socio-cultural lifestyle, and that is when I go to a local restaurant to eat, I want to eat beef laced with kwama. So if the government now said they are banning kwama, they are already determining the way we should live our life.
Those skin that are using for either belts or shoe or palm is not related to the one that we are eating.
What is the nutritional value of kwama?
Kwama has protein, it has carbohydrate, it has even a lot of trace elements like zinc, calcium. Calcium is needed for bone growth. And zinc is also some of the trace elements needed for metabolism.
While the likes of Taufik and Rodia, whose sources of income are derived from kwama, rescinding this plan will not only save them from becoming jobless, but also improve the country's economy. Ahmed Fulani, NTA News.
When we come back from this time out, Kehinde Omolosho will give us details report on minerals resources in Kwara State and how to harness them. Stay tuned.
My husband, what don't be all this place?
Mr.
Andy, what do they measure up and down?
So you know no say our level don't change. Now the measure space will contain everything where I go buy. When I win my 1 million for FCMB Millionaire promo.
Win and change your levels with FCMB Millionaire promo. Just download the FCMB new mobile app to open accounts easily. Deposit minimum of 5K for the new account. Make you come visit wincity.fcmb.com to play and win. If you be FCMB customer, just deposit your 5K to your FCMB account. More deposits go give you more chance to win.
Bros, I don't open FCMB account and I don't put money inside. Borrow your name.
We still dey use am.
FCMB Millionaire promo levels go change.
Hey, this kid, how are you dressing woman? 1,000. we go wash plate tire. Farabalẹ̀ now.
Madam, hello, brother, na 3,005.
Màá fún yín ní owó pé káàdì Glo ẹlẹ́gbẹ̀rún 10,000.
Oh yeah.
Bring your phone.
Ah, 10,000.
1,000 naira credit. Now you are to 10,000.
No. All of us don't know about Glo Berekete. Ní ìlọ́po mẹ́wàá nísìnyí.
Ṣé o ti gbọ́? Ìlọ́po mẹ́wàá ló máa gbà sórí iyekíye tó o bá rà sórí ohun ìpè Glo Berekete 10 times rẹ.
I told you. Now what go tell?
Welcome back. You are still watching News Tonight on the Nigerian Television Authority, ILORIN. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Police Force has banned all quasi-security outfits in state and local communities from electioneering campaigns and other political-related activities. Inspector General of Police Usman Alkali Baba, at a meeting of strategic commanders in Abuja, directed the commissioners to convey the bans to their state governors, local government chairmen, community leaders and leaderships of all political parties in their command for their guidance. We now link up with Kendi Omolosho for mineral resources in Kwara State and how to harness them.
Nigeria is endowed with numerous mineral resources deposited in the 36 states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory, with crude being the mainstay of the economy. Kwara State is endowed with 17 mineral resources, which includes crude, gold, limestone, marble, feldspar, clay, kaolin, quartz, and granite rocks, among others. These natural endowments can be found in Ilorin, Bauchi, Ofa, and Patigi, among other local governments in the state. A geologist, Jacob Ajiboye, strongly believes that these natural endowments, which could be a money spinner for the state, is not receiving optimum attention. Another major setback facing this sector is characterized by the activities of illegal mining.
The only thing that the state government can do to get those mineral resources as a source of revenue generation in Kwara State is to employ a body going into those places, working under the state government.
Bring in most of these young ones who read mining, mineral sciences, physics, metallurgical engineering. Bring all these people together. Let them fashion out an industrial outfit that will be able to compete within that field.
To Lukman Afolabi, the state government should explore the untapped mineral resources in the state with a view to boosting the internally generated revenue of the state.
The state has to, be more aggressive by creating various area offices for the Ministry of Solid Mineral Resources, so that those miners can be properly registered.
By creating the specific people that deal with mineral resources, by bringing them down to Kwara State, either internationally or locally, be the company to exploit the minerals.
Exploration of the vast potentials of these resources embedded in the state, according to geologists, will not only create more job opportunities, but also open the state to foreign investment. Kehinde Omolosho, NTA News.
And now entertainment news. Nigerian megastar Wizkid has announced that he will be performing his next album titled More Love, Less Ego on Happy Music in London on the 27th of September 2022. Rachel Olaiton takes it up from here.
Giant Wizkid has excited fans after revealing via his Twitter page that he will be performing his next album, which he calls More Love, Less Ego, on Apple Music on the 27th of September. The performance will be the first time fans will get to hear the album that is set for release later this year. In another development, the nominees for the 18th African Movie Academy Awards are in, as organizers have unveiled the contenders for the top-rated awards slated to be hosted in Lagos in the month of October. Among the top Nigerian contenders of the year include Kunle Afolayan's 2021 Netflix title Swallow and Bolanle Osin Peter's Man of God. Meanwhile, Nollywood actress Rita Dominic via Twitter page has debunked the report of her welcoming a set of twins in the UK. The movie star reacted to the news on her Twitter page with the caption, "Fake news." Rachel Olaiton, NTA News.
David Twitter has some interesting report from the world of sports. Let's link up with him.
Jose Pizarro says the team spirit is high and the players are following his tactics ahead of the game. Super Eagles midfielder Wilfred Ndidi has sustained an injury during training and is now out of the game against Algeria. A statement released by NFF confirmed that the midfielder was injured and has left the team's camp for England. Nigeria's Flamingos have been paired alongside Germany in Group B of the 2022 FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup. The draw was held on Friday with Chile and New Zealand completing the group for coach Bankole Oluwokere's side, with the Flamingos set to arrive India next week. David Tuta, NTA News.
Tomorrow, Friday, 23rd of September, weather forecast wraps it up on NTA ILORIN News Tonight. Thanks for watching. Good night.